Hey guys, Wall back again. Today, rambling on Beast Mastery Specialization for a Hunter. Now, the other one I will do is Survival, but I want to do Beast Mastery first, mostly because I was playing around a little bit with it the other day, and a couple bugs that I feel people should know about. Alright, so first, core abilities, we've got Kill Command, we've got Cobra Shot, Bestial Wrath, and Arcane Shot. Now hold on, because it's done it again. Help. No beginner tooltips. Okay. There, now it actually will tell you stuff for Arcane Shot, instead of like, this is a shot that does stuff. I know on Frost Mages, if you have the tooltip on and you look at Frostbolt, it says, it's a casted bolt of frost. You should use this on people when they're far away, so you get in multiple casts before they close the distance. Well, obviously. Anyway, kill command, your pet needs to be near them. It'll give them the command to kill, cause them to instantly do damage. It is a 6-second cooldown, pretty short. Definitely going to be your main move that you're going to be wanting to use on cooldown all the time. So, for a PvE environment, you want this move on cooldown constantly. Cobra Shot, we have this already on live. The number for the increased duration of Serpent Sting, I'm assuming, is just a buggy tooltip, and that it won't really do a 115-second increment increase, because that seems really, really dumb. Bestial Wrath, same. I would have to go on live and look at the numbers to see if it is actually 20% additional damage. I don't know whether that's the same a buff or a nerf, but Bestial Wrath is the same. Only a minute cooldown, so you can use this pretty frequently, which is really nice. Arcane Shot, 25 focus, instant, does a little bit of weapon damage, and I have glyphed it to slow movement speed by 50%, limiting maximum run speed. That is not default. That is a glyph. It's showing here because I have it. We'll skip ahead to glyphs because of that really quickly. I have the glyph of Arcane Shot, does the slow. Bestial Wrath glyph, pretty cool. Your pet can't be killed during it. It can get damage, but it can't go below 1 HP. So I would say mostly for PvP, if you're a Beast Mastery Hunter in PvP, then, I mean, the problem with Beast Mastery in PvP has always been, they just nuke the crap out of your pet, and it dies in like 2 seconds. Well, now Bestial Wrath, it won't be able to die for at least 10, so it'll be able to do some damage before they just turn and just molest it. Glyph of Men Pet, took this mostly because right now I'm soloing. I would probably take Glyph of Camouflage later on instead of it because it's just really cool. Provides stealth even while you move, which is really nice. Now, the thing that I have issue with, and other classes have other glyphs, as far as hunters go, we don't have any glyphs that really do damage. We don't have any glyphs really about damage. I'll go through all the majors. This will be the only time, one of the only times I'll do it, but I really just want to impress on you that right now, Hunter major glyph choices, as far as I'm concerned, for PvE, are very, very poor. Animal Bond, we get more healing. Arcane Shot, we get a slow. Camouflage, we get stealth while we move around. Chimera Shot, we get a little bit extra HP. Deterrence, we get more damage reduction. Disengage, you fly farther. Endless Wrath, have that. Freeze and Trap, when it breaks they're slowed afterwards. Ice Trap, increases its radius slightly. Marked for Death, used to be a marksman talent, now it's a glyph. Automatically apply Hunter's Mark with your normal abilities, your normal nukes. Which is really, really dumb, since it lasts for 5 minutes. I mean, it's a PvP thing, is what it is. So that you can just shoot at people, you don't have to waste time to try and mark them. It's mostly for if you're fighting a rogue or a druid and they try and go stealth on you. It's mostly what it's for. Men Pet, have that. Lets me help my pet out by cleansing things like curses, diseases, magic, and all that. So that used to be a talent. Now it's here. Mending, making men pet stronger. Misdirection, I don't have it at the moment, mostly because it's so retardedly easy to kill things that I don't need this. I will probably get this later on, definitely, when I get a little bit closer to 90 and the mobs get tougher. No escape, it's alright. And we have this on live already anyway. The deal is you don't really need this for PvE because this won't affect bosses. Bosses can't be slowed, bosses can't be snared. So even if you throw your trap under them, they're not going to be affected by it, even though they're standing on it. So you're not going to get the ranged crit. So that's PvP. Pathfinding used to be a talent. We now have it here. Just move speed bonus. Snake trap. Your snakes can't be AoE'd down in 1 second, so decent for PvP, of course, but decent. Steady shot, same thing as arcane shot, basically, except it's worse. It's the same as arcane, except it's worse. This is slow by 50%, slowing for 6, by 50% for 6. However, that's only if it's used on someone within 8 yards. This can be out to 40 yards. So the Glyph of Arcane Shot is a 40-yard slow, which is instant, and the Glyph of Steady Shot is the same slow, but it has to be 8 or more. 8 or less, sorry. Closer to you. I'm not sure why that's here. I'm going to take a wild guess that this is going to end up being changed. Seeing as this is basically the exact same thing as Arcane Shot, just much worse. Okay. Trank Shot. It doesn't cost a lot of focus already anyway, and there's very few occasions where you're going to use it. This would be probably, again, for PvP if you wanted to try and dispel magic effects off of the person that you were fighting. Explosive Trap, more PvP, because in PvE, you want to keep them in one place to AoE them. In PvP, this knockback will allow you a little bit of position control, which is good. Basically ensuring that you trap them in freezing trap all the time. That could be both. That could be PvP and PvE. That could be both. Master's Call just makes it last longer, so you can't get CC'd and snared as much. Mirrored Blades, you reflect spells back from deterrence. This used to be a survival talent, now it is a glyph. Just making Scattershot a little bit longer, great. And then minors are minors. They don't really matter. Not really. So, as you kind of saw, just going through all of these abilities, there is no, like, this move does more damage, or, or this move something. It's all, like, miscellaneous healing survivability PvP shit, which I don't particularly like, because I don't PvP. So, I'm not a huge fan of that myself. Talents, these are okay. Again, mostly PvP based. I like the 90 row the best. We'll get to that. Actually, the 75 row, I'm going to spend a minute going over Call Beast, but spoiler alert, it's bugged. Spoiler alert. So, first row, when you disengage, you're instantly healed for some HP. Narrow escape, it's not yet finished. When you fly backwards, they are left trapped in place. They can't chase you immediately. And then after you land from it, you gain a bunch of move speed. So it's all disengage based. So distance creators, positioning thing. Abilities, this is CC, so Silencing Shot, Interrupt. I took it because I'm mostly a PvE raider, and if you raid, it's good to have a lot of people with interrupts and silences, especially those that are ranged, like hunters and mages and things like that. It's nice to be able to do that from range, and you don't have to like run up on a rogue or a druid and like kick and skull bash it to death. Wyvern Sting. We have this on live. It's meh. I've never really been a huge fan of Wyvern Sting. Take it if you want it. It is there. It's kind of like a short time sheep kind of thing. I guess if you want to CC someone with this and with your freezing trap, you may. Binding Shot. I want to see the graphic for this sometime because it probably looks pretty cool. You fire a magical projectile, tethering them to the arrow, and then if they move away from the arrow, then they end up getting stunned. So again, this is another big positioning thing. You fire this, and then everyone around it needs to stay there, because if they try to leave, then they will be stunned. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like the positioning thing. Alright, Spirit Bond. While your pet is active, you and your pet will regenerate 3% of total HP every 2 seconds. Beast Mastery talent, now turned into a talent. Aspect of the Ironhawk, more survivability, kind of. If I'm raiding, I will most likely take this. For now, I'm taking this because I'm soloing, etc. But for raiding, I would say Aspect of the Ironhawk is a pretty clear option, since you will take a little bit less damage. It'll be easier on your healers. And because you're not going to be using Disengage and Deterrent. So, yeah, this will be a pretty clear choice. Alright, Fervor instantly restores 50 focus to you and your pet. It's on such a low cooldown that this is really nice. It'll enable you to do a lot of cool things with your rotation that you wouldn't normally be able to do because you would run out of focus. And you can give your pet a boost as well if he's looking really low. Readiness. You could take this. I could definitely see taking this. This will help you out mostly by refreshing Rapid Fire and by refreshing Bestial Wrath. So I'll definitely say Readiness is probably going to be the PvP pick. Mostly because of that. Mostly because of the fact that I can instantly refresh my Rapid Fire. I can instantly refresh Camouflage, which I can actually use in combat. And if you've glyphed it for the full stealth, then you can vanish twice in combat for 6 seconds. That's pretty nice, as far as breaking targeting and sneaking around to get a better position. So again, that's positioning. But Bestial Wrath, back-to-back Bestial Wraths, your pet not being able to die during either one, your pet will have guaranteed 20-second uptime, so that's enough to guarantee quite a bit of damage. Thrill of the Hunt, this is probably going to be the best PvE option, I believe. This will be up basically all of the time. You have a chance when you fire a range attack that costs focus and kill command that the next one won't cost anything. It's hard to say. This whole row is actually okay for PvE, which is kind of surprising compared to all of the other rows. But this one's alright. Everything in here can be useful, so it's alright. Alright, 75 row, Lynx Rush. Your pet rapidly charges from target to target, attacking 9 times over 4 seconds, normal attack damage each target. Your pet gets Killing Spree, is essentially what this is. Your pet goes on Killing Spree, like the rogues have. Probably going to be pretty cool. I'd like to see the graphic for it sometime. We'll do this in one second. A Murder of Crows, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You summon a flock of crows to attack your target over the next 30 seconds. If you use it on something below 20% health, the cooldown is going to get reset. This is going to be like Execute. And this is probably going to be the best PvE choice as far as rating goes, because the crows probably do okay damage, and they persist over 30 seconds. Now, I haven't experimented with it, but I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that if you end up getting to do this multiple times, that the crows will stack and continue to deal more damage, more damage, more damage. And raid bosses are going to be below 20% health for quite a while. And as you see, the cooldowns reset if you do. So as long as you have the focus, you can summon another flock of crows, another flock of crows. You're going to be doing a lot of damage during that time, especially if this stacks up. Now, we're actually going to skip Call Beast. I'm going to do the last row, and then we're going to talk about this, because this will involve me putting a crab out of its unfortunate crabby misery. Yeah. So, let's see. Glaive Toss. Hurling glaives, dealing damage, reducing move speed. The primary target takes much more damage, and the glaives return back to you, damaging and snaring them again. So, this is pretty cool. This is something that you throw out. It does a lot of damage, reduces their move speed, and then comes back to you doing more damage and slowing them again like a boomerang. So this is going to be a really good kiting tool. It's going to be PvP, but it's probably going to look cool. I'd like to see the graphic for it at least. Power shot, this has been changed from what it was in a slightly earlier version of the beta, which I'm very glad for. Earlier on, it was a conal move in front of you, where the ones farthest away from you actually ended up taking the most damage, and the ones like right next to you barely really took any. Which, for any sort of conal shotgun type move, that was just absolutely just pants on head retarded. It was stupid. Why would a shotgun do more at long range than close range? So they removed that and changed it into this, which now it's a line. They've done a lot of stuff with lines in this. Warlock Ray of Twilight is a line. Power Shot is a line. Black Arrow for survival is actually a line. I'll discuss Black Arrow when I do a survival ramblings video slightly later on. But so you wind up Power Shot, deals a bunch of damage to the target, and then a little bit of damage to everybody in the middle. But everyone that gets hit by it is knocked back. So if you fire this into a choke point, you're going to knock a lot of people out of the way. Barrage, this is probably the one that I would take, mostly because this will do pretty decent damage, I believe, and also because it's a pretty short cooldown. I'll get to use it a lot. Rapidly firing a spray of shots, dealing a total of a bunch of weapon damage, 288%, and a little bit of damage to everyone nearby. The nearby damage isn't so important. So now Call Beast. Alright. Summons a powerful wild beast to assist you in combat for 12 seconds. Each time the beast deals damage, you will gain 2 focus. 30-yard range, 30-second cooldown. Doesn't cost any focus to use. So, we're just going to go over here, just for a second. Alright, and then I'm going to attack this, and I'm going to use Call Beast on it. So you see my pet, Jade Fang, cute little kitty. So you're going to see another pet besides him. That was Call Beast. There is a cat. I'm going to sick mine on it. So they're doing it, they're doing it, they're doing it. I'm capped on focus, so you can't really see the regen, but I would be regenning. And now it's gone. It disappeared. Now, if you notice, that wasn't a 30-second encounter. It wasn't. So, basically what that means is this. Yeah. Not intentional. I'm gonna throw that out there. Probably not. Right now the move does not go on cooldown, as it says that it should. So at the moment, let's see, what's today? Today is the 19th of April. It is 4/19/2012. If you have a hunter on the beta, maybe you are kind of sick of leveling or you don't want to do it, this is going to be a very easy way for you to just power through all of the content very easily, because those pets add up. They do a lot of damage, and it doesn't cost any focus to use. So I can just go like, oh, roar, call beast, call beast, call beast, and I'm just like shooting him in the face. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like, he's totally dead. There's no chance. So, yeah, that is a bug. That is a bug. I don't know when it will be fixed. I'm unaware as of this time. When it does, I will edit the description of this video. So, whenever I see that this bug has been fixed, I'm not going to make a whole nother video saying, hey guys, this bug was fixed, and then it'll be over. It'll be like a 5-second video. I will edit the comments of this video, the description rather, to say, you know, edit, call beast, bug, fixed, and then list the date. Okay. So, yeah, that's bugged. Alright, we're going to go over abilities, and then we're going to talk about 1 or 2 more cool things involving hunters that have been changed. Cobra Shot, talked about that. Darkflight, don't care about. I realize I'm on page 2. Lol. Let's see. Arcane Shot, we talked about that. So, you're going to use this a lot. You're going to use this a lot, mostly because there's a passive ability later on that involves this. So you're going to use this quite frequently. Bestial Wrath talked about. Call Beast. Oh, we talked about that. Camouflage, that's not really a DPSing move. Cobra Shot, that's going to be your focus generator. You are not going to use Steady Shot, you're going to use Cobra Shot. Distracting Shot, it's a ranged taunt, so you can pull with that. You can pull people off to traps to kite them, so that's pretty cool. Fervor is the focus thing that I have chosen at the moment. Alright, Focus Fire. We have this on live. You consume Frenzy to haste yourself. Okay? So, Hunter's Mark, have that. It's 5% damage. Intimidation, Stun, I don't even have that on my bar, mostly because I don't need it right now. Kill Command, your main bread and butter. Kill Shot, gonna be Execute. You'll see here at the bottom, if the kill shot fails to kill, the cooldown is instantly reset, cannot occur more than once every 6. That used to be Glyph of kill shot. It is now simply built into the ability so everyone gets it. So that's pretty cool. Master's Call, it removes roots, makes you immune to them. Men Pet, misdirection, transfers threat. Alright, multi-shot was slightly changed, so you fire the missiles and your current target, all enemies take 60% of weapon damage. I don't think that that was the exact number it was at before. I could be wrong, but I believe that is slightly changed. Multi-shot is going to tie in very heavily to your AoE rotation, so definitely have that on your bar. I've got mine right up here. Rapid Fire, good cooldown. Revive Pet in case your kitty dies. Scare Beast, for soloing mostly. I haven't PvP'd in so long, I'm actually unaware if this works on shapeshifted druids anymore. I know it used to. It might. It used to be if you did Scare Beast on a druid, like in bear or cat form, they would be feared. They were considered as a beast. Unsure whether or not that's the case or if that was fixed at some point, and I just didn't know. The Scatter Shot, it just disorients them. Serpent Sting, your dot, you're going to have this on 100% uptime, mostly because you're going to use this at the very beginning of the fight, and then Cobra Shot's going to be it's going to be your filler, it's going to be your focus generator, and that refreshes Serpent Sting. So it's never going to fall off, so you don't need to worry about it. It will never fall off. Silencing Shot, it's talent that I picked up for its use. Tame Beast, I believe at the moment we can't tame anything, so not going to try. I've heard people say that they weren't able to tame anything. Tranquilizing Shot, 1 energy, 1 magic effect. Trap Launcher. So this is, I like the change to this. Now it's basically a toggle. So no more you click it and then you better launch your trap within like the next 10 seconds or now it's on cooldown and you have to wait. So right here, and I dragged my whole traps down here. So what I can do is toggle Trap Launcher, open traps, and then there's one trap. There's another trap. And there's another trap. And then I can just toggle Trap Launcher off, and now they'll be placed at my feet. So that's really cool. I like the toggle. I like the toggle a lot. Widow Venom, completely and totally useless. It's a PvP thing. It reduces healing. Alright, Beast Cleave. This is going to be a large part of your AoE damage. After your multi-shot, your pet's auto attacks also strike everything around it for the next 5 seconds. Now, you'll be able to keep that up basically 100% uptime on a large AoE crowd, seeing as multi-shot, it's only 40 focus, it has no cooldown, so you're going to be able to do this at least once every 5 seconds, and that's going to cause your pet to cleave everything around it for its auto attack damage, which is going to be incredibly good. Alright, Beast Mastery, letting you tame exotic pets, reducing the cooldown of your special abilities by 30%. He doesn't really have a special ability. I guess Prowl is the special ability. It's 7 seconds instead of 10. It's not as impressive as some others. Cobra Strikes. 15% when you hit with Arcane Shot to cause your pet's next 2 base attacks critically hit. This used to be a talent near the bottom of BM. It is now simply a passive that you gain. This is why it is important to Arcane Shot often. You want to do it a lot because you want to give your pet those free crits. Allows you to give commands. This gives you your pet bar. Okay. I'm assuming they're going to remove this. Seeing as we don't have melee weapons anymore, I'm assuming they'll remove dual wield. I don't know why that's still there. Focus aim, this used to be at the beginning of arms. They now give this to everyone, I believe. No pushback, well, 70% less pushback. Frenzy, this is what ties in with the focus fire. So your pet gains attack speed increase, attacking with basic attack, stacks up to 5. When it reaches 5, you can do focus fire to steal those and give your pet some focus. And the best part is that it gives them focus for every stack that you take. So if you let them get up to 5, then all of a sudden, for the next 20 seconds, you have 40% haste, which, if you look at this, is basically rapid fire. So you're basically rapid firing yourself for even longer than this. And then 10 focus to your pet for every stack. So that's 50 focus. That's half of his focus, and a haste buff on you that's technically better than rapid fire because it lasts 5 seconds longer. So don't underestimate Frenzy and Focus Fire. It's incredibly powerful. It's incredibly powerful. Okay, Invigoration. You basically have a chance to get free focus when they basic attack. That's good. Kindred Spirits increase your maximum focus in your pets by 20. As you can see, his is not. His is not. Now, at the moment, you can't go above 100,000 mana. So the deal is, this is probably just not showing. It's either not showing and is implemented, or the more probable solution is that they'll fix this when they fix the mana thing. That's the most probable solution. Last couple here, Beast Mastery. When he's under the effects of Bestial Wrath, you also do 10% more, and your shots are all cheaper. That's very good. Used to be a talent, now we get it. Tracking, everyone gets tracking. True Shot Aura, we get this now as a buff, basically. So we give out increased attack power and 5% crit chance to everyone around us. So we have 2 buffs rolled into one that we give to everybody. Okay, the final thing is Stampede at level 87. Summons all of your pets to fight for 10 seconds. Naturally, I'm going to assume that means everyone in your active pet bar, not everyone in your stable, because if that was the case, then that would just be absolutely insane. So I'm assuming it is active pets only. Okay. Alright guys, those are all of the abilities. As for pet abilities, there are no longer pet talent trees, as you saw, so the pets just kind of get stuff. As far as I know, because I haven't seen a pet talent thing anywhere. Yeah. So I'm assuming that they streamlined pets a little bit more, basically because of that. Right now my pet has Claw, which deals $S2 ampersand %, whatever, more damage. Yeah, some things are a little bit screwed up. My gems and my gear are all apparently plus $K1 agilities. So, give me those grands. Give me those grands. Yeah, and that's for all of them. So, it's beta is beta. It's just a bug. It's nothing to be concerned about. This is a tanking cooldown, reduces damage your pet takes. Just have dash on all the time. Growl should be on all the time. It's not. It doesn't really matter since I just spam Call Beast and the thing just rolls over dead. You have Heart of the Phoenix. You can blow this to instantly return your pet to life. Prowl, have that there, stealth. Rabid. As far as Rabid goes, you may want to remove this off of this. I know I'm going to, and I'm going to bring it down here and have it be a targeted thing. The old Rabid used to have almost 100% uptime, so you were safe just right-clicking it and having it on auto, because it would be on just about all of the time. Now, however, it's not the case. The cooldown's fairly long, and it only lasts 20 seconds, so I would suggest not having it on auto and then moving it here for a little bit more direct control. Spike Collar, basically buffs all of your pet's damage. Damage by 10%, haste by 10%, and crit by 10%. So, loads of stats there. And then that's it. Okay, so that is everything as far as rambling on Beast Mastery Hunters. The couple things I want to say before we end this are ranged weapons sheathed on the back. I think that it only works with crossbows. I don't believe it works with guns or bows as of yet. However, I mean, they kind of had to do this, seeing as they took away our melee weapons. We didn't have anything to show off. So, bring out all your awesome ranged weapon transmogs. I know I'm going to be rocking out the Wolf Slayer sniper rifle as soon as Karazhan finally decides to drop it for me. For a long time, I was using the recoilless Rocket Ripper transmog, which, it's cool. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's old school. A lot of cool weapons now that are never going to matter. I have a Shkandi. I'll never be able to wear it again. The Draconic Avenger. Never be able to wear that again. So, it's disappointing. I finally got the Thornwood staff not too long ago, actually, a couple weeks ago. I'd actually been using Assassin Rogue daggers up until then because I hadn't been able to get a staff. We've been using Mandoker's Tribute up until right now when I quested here. As you can see, you have a 372 quest reward for basically your first quest. It was far superior to mine, so I switched it out immediately. Alright, 2 more bugs that I am aware of. One which is race related and one which is hunter related. Race. As far as race goes, I need to find it in here. I don't know where it is. 2 forms. I don't know exactly how to do it, and I'm not going to, because it causes a critical error and crashes your game. But there is something about 2 forms going in and out of it that will crash your game right now. If a Worgen comes up to you and says, hey, you want to see something cool, say no, stay the fuck away from him, because if you're anywhere near him when he does this, if you're looking directly at him, or even if you turn and you're like 10 yards away, it will still crash your game. So try and avoid that. Try and avoid that happening. Only other one is, let me dismiss. And then Hunter Pets got buffed. Boom. Let's move him off of me there. Say hello to Chromaggus. It's Chromie. That's my nickname for him, is Chromie. Yeah, roar for me. Roar for me. That looks creepy as hell. Anyway, so right now Hunter Pets are retaining their original model size, so Chromaggus is huge. Let's see, another one that I have on me right here, Terrorpene, rare spawn from Hyjal. Not as large, surely. He's not the size of Nemesis. This is his natural size. He's not supposed to be as large as Nemesis, but he looks absolutely amazing. I love the little guy. Last one, let me see. I don't think his size is all that different. Oh my god, it is actually very large. Oh, no, it got smaller. Okay. I didn't actually know how large this one was going to be. This is a rare spawn Silithid. He's pretty cool. It's a very, very unique model. I don't believe there's any others that have an exposed jiggly jello brain. I never really use him for anything, but it's cool to have. It's cool to have. He is in, I'm trying to remember, he is in a underwater cave in, if you go to Thousand Needles and then go to the Salt Flats, or what used to be the Salt Flats, where the raceway used to be and things like that. Now I believe that's the goblins have a party barge there, I think. There is an underwater cave somewhere there, and if you submerge yourself, go down there for a little while, go through the underwater caves, you'll be able to find this guy. He's down there, so you'll be able to find him. I don't know if he's for a quest or anything. I'm going to take a wild stab and assume that he is. I don't know for sure since I never really quested through all the old zones for good. But yeah, so hunter pet models. Some of them are very, very large. I usually use Jade Fang here because his model is much more manageable. This is, I think it was Winona. This was Winona's kitten from the old quest in Fellwood, where you had to submerge a kitty in like polluted moonwell water, and it became like all big and mutated and green. This is that kitty. You can tame the kitty before you give it back. So that's it. All right. For now, that is it for the Hunter Ramblings. I gave you a couple bugs I know about, and gave you information on Beast Mastery as a specialization. My closing thoughts on it: for PvP, it's going to be good. The no dead zone change means that you'll always be able to shoot them. Your arcane shot is going to slow them a lot. One thing you will notice, as I'll flick through here briefly again, just flick, 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 flick. One thing you'll notice that you don't have is you don't have concussive shot. It has been removed, at least from Beast Mastery. You do not get it. Marksman might. I don't think Survival does. Beast Mastery does not get concussive shot. Meaning, I would strongly suggest glyphing Arcane Shot for the 50% slow over 6 seconds. Strongly suggest it. Not only is it a very long-range slow, very potent, very powerful, but if you don't take it, you're really going to be left without one. You're not going to be able to kite very effectively, and that should be what hunters are really all about, is pets, traps, and kiting. So, you should take it, because otherwise you're not going to have it. But PvP, going to be very strong. PvE, I'm not sure. PvE, I'm not sure. Until I manage to get a stable version of Recount, I'm not going to be able to say definitively whether or not this does good enough damage to take over, say, Survival. In my experience, Survival has been #1 damage for me. Marksman was a close second, and then Beast Mastery was a pretty far back third, at least on live. So, we may see pretty hard increase in damage here, but I'll let you guys know as soon as I'm actually able to test it. Alright, this is Legendary Narwhal. I plan on recording a run of Jade Temple today on the 19th and then uploading it overnight, so if you check back tomorrow on the 20th of April, there should be a run of the Temple of the Jade Serpent up on my channel. There should be a full unedited run. So, commentated and everything, and I may have friends for it. I'm not sure yet. Depends on how the raid schedules go tonight. Anyway, been Legendary Narwhal. I'll see you guys next time.